what's going. So give me a quick second, guys. Let's see. Okay, awesome. So for those of you that are watching the replay, um, if you're catching this on the podcast, guys, feel free to go on YouTube or Facebook so you can see the visual on this. So one of the things I wanted to share with you guys today is how we take a look at tools and how we find opportunities, especially for your company, or if you want this done for your company to help you get more phone calls. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters is those phone calls, right? Are we getting more phone calls? At period, end of story. So let me share this with you guys here real quick and we'll jump right into it. So Christian from Santa Rosa Tile wanted we're going to do an audit on them. So let's take a look at this, right, guys? So here is the website, and let me see. Let me get this cleared up. Yep, should be fine. So here's the website, right? So here's the opportunity that I found on this website while I was auditing. So one of the things that I did notice is that they were on WordPress. Actually, it's not showing up, but it is a WordPress. Huh, let me try to refresh it real quick. It's not popping up right now, but it is a WordPress setup. So as I was looking through this, I just did a service-based business. They were doing installation, they do remodeling. So I came into this with that mind, that frame of mind, right? And so I should not have done that because one of the things you want to make sure on your website is that, what do you do, what problem do you solve, and what's next. Those are the things that you want to get dialed in on your website. So coming from that frame of mind, I just did a service. They do installation, and I come in here. It's like, man, I wasn't really sure if it answered those questions for me, right? So I was looking through it. So what I did is went to Search Atlas, did a website audit, right? Like a website, I want to say audit, like a site explorer. And I was looking at the site, it was getting some decent, trending fairly well. So I'm like, okay. So I was looking, what I did is I went into the keywords because I wanted to see what they were kind of like trending for. What do they do, right? Specifically, because I wasn't 100% sure based on their website. So what I did was, let me delete this, get me some stuff out of the way here. Delete this, delete this. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My Ecamm, we're trying to get used to that, and we're trying to get used to it. That's it. So when I went through Search Atlas, I did a site explorer because I was trying to figure out what they did. They were trending fairly well. So what I did first is one thing I like about Search Atlas, you can go into the intent and you can do transactional. And I did transactional to try to look at, okay, let's look at this website. What are some keywords that will cause that phone to ring, right? Because that's the ultimate goal. So tile supply store near me. And then what I did is I went in here and I did the top 20, top 10. Oops. Why is it not letting me click? So mind you, guys, I'm trying to find out what they are. What is this website about? Like I just see tile supply near me, tile supply store near me. So, and I'm thinking, man, do they do installs? Do they do upgrades? And it just coming up for the homepage. So what I did is I switched it up, as you guys saw in here. I did commercial. same top 20, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm still not getting a sense of what they do. They're training fairly well. So I'm like, okay, excellent. So I'm looking at the website and not 100% sure. Now, a couple things that I do see as an opportunity here, guys, is especially if somebody's on their cell phone, I don't see a phone number where they can click to call. So I saw that you can order for some free samples. I see that it's the kitchen bath project. Kitchen bath projects can be overwhelming. Okay, so I still wasn't sure what they do. I see they have the staff. Then I try to look down here, and they have a few locations. So what I did was I just looked up their brand, right? Santa Rosa Towel Supply Store. I noticed they have two of them, and they're about 40 miles apart. I'm like, cool. Okay, so what I did is I looked them up. I did the brand name under just the web. This one here is within Maps. This one's within the browser. A regular search, and I see, okay, they have 25 reviews. This is, so I clicked on it. This is them here. Okay, so it's a supply store, granite. So I'm like, man, what is it that they do? I understand that. So, and then I noticed they have two GMBs. So the way I kind of like it was clear to me. I took a look at their pictures, right? So I kind of see the storefront, but once I started going through their pictures, like, it's a store. So a couple of things, even for me, as I was switching between two companies, what made it super clear exactly what they are to be able to help them was their pictures. So that should be one clue for you guys to stay active within your profile, no matter what it is, your plumber, your towel store, your service space. It doesn't matter what your business is. Stay active within your profiles with pictures, right? So I'm like, okay, that's how I was able to like, okay, get a little bit more clarity, because it wasn't 100%. That wasn't totally their fault. It's just, I just did an installation kind of business. So I was looking like, what services do they offer? Because they don't really have their services on here. Find inspiration, design, consult, our supplies, customer installation, blogs. So I wasn't really like, what does this all mean? So now that I know that it's a store, I'm like, gotcha, okay? So I look at their commercial intent. Commercial intent to me is like, what are they buying? That's one thing about Search Atlas on their regular Site Explorer keywords, right? And then you can filter to top 20, and then you can kind of see the keywords that have commercial intent and where they're going here, what URL. And I notice it's very heavy on their website, their main page, and you want to kind of diversify your ranking factors by creating those pages that of the keywords you want to target to attract those particular clients. And I'll give you an example of that. So I looked at some of their keywords, and what I did, especially on our storefront store, or a store like a brick and mortar store, I did a trade area geomaps of their particular keywords. So if you do kitchen store, ceramic towel center, towel store, and towel installation, they're all over the map. Their average rankings on here, as you can see, is for kitchen store. Their average is 21. For ceramic towel center is also 21. But if you do towel center, as you can see here, towel store, they're doing well, or towel installation, they're not doing so great. So what does that map look like? So the trade area geomaps is based, let me go in here, hold on one second. Okay, so on this particular one, what does this mean on a trade area geomap? So on here, as you can see, I did a trade area is basically driving distance that you can get from from the center of your location to the driving time, about 12 minutes in this particular case, right? Let's see here. Did you guys lose my camera? you guys lose my what is going on here? Give me 1 second, guys. I'll try to reconnect. 1 second, guys. I'll try to reconnect. Let me try. Looks like I got. Let me try. Looks like I got disconnected. Disconnected. Let me zoom because I want you guys to see this. See this. Let me get you. Let me get you. Bear with me here a second, guys. With me here a second. Okay, let me try to reconnect the camera here. Make sure you guys can see me. And you can see everything of what we're doing. Okay, let's try this again. And there we go, we're back. So, okay, back to where I was, guys. So on here, on this particular scenario, let me get rid of this. This is so drive time. What it does is take the center of your GMP, and in this example, it's a 12-minute drive time for this particular keyword. So it's going to take your landmarks, traffic flow, different scenarios, and take a 12-minute drive time. And this is where your actual customers are coming from. So for this particular keyword, tile center, you're doing fairly well. Oh, they're doing fairly well. And this is important because this is where the actual customers are coming in from, guys. So like kitchen store, they're not doing very well. So there's opportunities here to see, okay, this is a 12-minute drive time to my store, so it's 12 minutes. People are normally willing to drive to, I don't know, 10, 15, 20-minute max, right? So this takes that grid and see where you are ranking for that particular area for a 20-minute drive time, and then you can kind of see who's beating you, why they're beating you. So like this is right literally on top of them within their parking lot, and these are their competitors, right, of people that are beating them, and you can see why. It'll give you an overall view of like the reviews, how many reviews they've had in the last 180 days, last 90 days, average between reviews. So it really kind of gives you like, okay, what do I need to do to rank a lot better? So for this particular keyword, they're not doing very well. Ceramic tile center, same thing, not doing very well. So there lies the opportunity on how, what we need to do for this particular client. There's some keywords that are hitting a grand slam, knocking it out of the park. But with geo drive time maps, you can kind of see exactly what's going on from where their customers are willing to drive based on like landmarks, population, traffic flows, to get this is where your real competitors and your real customers are, where you should focus. Let's say your marketing mailers, your marketing images, everything. This is where you should really need to focus, like service areas on your website and whatnot. So even with this website here and them having where's it at, 2 profiles, so now you want to create, and they're about almost 60 miles apart, so you can create, and they're all, both of them going to the same website. You can create a location page for them, right? And kind of really dial it in, letting Google know exactly, what you do, where you do it, what keywords you're going after, right? So let's take a look at this. So you want to really remember for your website is what do you do, what problem do you solve, and what's next. On here, you might with the phone number, click to call, visit us at our store, the best tile store in Santa Rosa. Like I had a hard time like kind of differentiating that with their website. And again, with all our marketing, focusing on these areas to help improve like who you are as far as branding, what you do as far as your product, and where you do it at, associating that just like you've done with the other particular keywords. As you can see here, they're knocking it out of the park for Tile Store and Tile Center. So those are kind of the tools that we look at as far as in Search Atlas and all this, and how to dig in deeper for the client, where they need to focus, what can be improved. So as far as your website, again, the phone number, I would definitely tie in the Google My Business. As you can see, for some of those keywords, they're not ranking very well. And service or location pages as well, and making your message very clear. The best tile store, order your free samples and whatnot, and what area that you are focusing on, and what are some of those keywords that you need help with. As you can see here, ceramic tiles, can we get that at your store, right? Is it a kitchen store where I can do upgrades? Can we do that at your store? And making sure Google is not guessing on your website, on your GMB, your brand with your product and where you do it, if that makes sense. So guys, this is an example. If you want me to do this for your business, let me know. Let's hop on a call. I can give you your exact geo map locations for your business that really matter, where your customers are, where if you want to focus on particular areas or see exactly where you are struggling with, we can definitely take a look at that for you. That way you can make informed decisions to help you with your marketing. At the end of the day, these maps, you want to connect the dots, you want to make decisions with data. It's very important, but it's to make it rain, to make that phone call ring for you. So with that being said, guys, much love, much success, and I'll catch you on the next one.